What's up, guys? This is Josh from Team Guardians of Prey from Get Some Game, North Carolina in Charlotte. Coming at you with our new channel. We're going to be introducing vlogs, deck profiles, and card fight matches. We're going to start with the deck that I won the most recent ARG Circuit Series in Charlotte. Got first place with my Sanctuary Blaster deck, so we'll get right into it. We're going to start here with our starter, Shiny Knight Millis. In case you don't know what this dude does, it's pretty good. Helps you tuner out your grade 2s. Skill is Counterblast 1, throw them into the soul. Search out a grade 2 from your deck, Superior Call it, and shuffle. Pretty simple. It's going to search out your Blaster Blades to get you your Benon, your Lou, Knight of Twin Sword. Every grade 2 in this deck is important, so definitely play this guy at 1. Don't play anything else, everything else is bad. Play one of that. Next we'll go on to our triggers. So for our triggers, we play 4 of the best trigger ever. It's a Floral Paladin Flogel. Pretty much this is what makes the Blaster engine in the deck work. Skill is very simple. It's Counterblast 1 while on the rear guard, auto. When your unit named Blaster Blade attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 1, put it back into the deck, shuffle. Restand your unit named Blaster Blade. So, on your Regale turn, when your Blaster Blade's huge, stack crits on it. Use this to shuffle it back into the deck and restand your Blaster Blade, and it attacks multiple times. This makes things broken. It also lets you search out the Blaster Blade when you're boosting this card to Lou. It's just so much synergy. The deck works really good. That's what we play for that guy. And then you play pretty much 6 of any other crit that you like. So I mix it up. I got 4 of the Sanctuary of Light crits. I got 1 of this random dude. And then we have Bellinus over here. Just because I don't have 4 Bellinus, you don't need it. All you need is Flogel. Flogel is the best crit trigger ever at the end. So we play 10 crit just for the aggro aspect of the deck, especially when you want your Restanding Blaster Blade to hit with multiple crits. So we play 10 crit. And we play 2 draw triggers. Margles, obviously. Margles are very good in the deck. They do help feed your soul, so your Mirons and your Richards go off. They also do help fix your Blaster Blade lines to make it hit certain numbers. Sometimes there's a difference between an 18k line and a 21k line. So when you're restanding it, that could force the extra 5k shield from hand. So we play 2 because we really don't care about actually hitting it that way. Drawing into it's a little bit better. So I can pull it onto the rear guard, put into the soul. So, and then we ended off, of course, with 4 heals, because heals are heals. And we like the G-Guard, and we like to not die at 6 damage. We're not in Japan. We don't play 16 crit Saint Guard with 4 grade 3s. So, in the best 2 out of 3 matchup, this is the better lineup. So that's it for our zeros. Our grade 1s, we play 4 Perfect Guards. I do not play the PGGs. The deck is not very Counterblast heavy. You can pretty much play any Perfect Guard you want. You could play the Brave PG, which lets you add it back to hand. I would probably play that at like a 1 or 2 of, but I don't have them right now. These work just fine. Obviously, it's not really a big deal. Then we play, of course, 4 Stride Fodder, Lore Knight Sisylis. We do only play 5 grade 3s in the deck, and striding is still very, very important with the deck, so we want to see this as much as possible, so we play 4. And we don't really want to ditch anything else, our grade 2s, which we need for our combo pieces, so. Then we play 2 Hidden Sage Mirror and 2 Richard. These are the exact same card. One's a promo, one came out of the Vanguard the Leader set. Pretty much Superior Call from the deck. You get the Soul Blast 1, draw a card. It's pretty simple. This is going to be your draw engine of the deck. That's why we can get away with only playing like 2 draws. This lets you add those cards back to your hand on your Benon turn. It lets you actually go +1. And you can use it when you use Sanctuary Guards on ride ability. So very simple like that. And to finish off our grade 1s, we play 2 Blaster Friend Barkle. Blaster Friend Barkle's skill is very simple. When you have a Blaster Vanguard, if you call a Blaster Blade in the same column as him, countercharge 1. We use it more or less for the when it boosts favored pupil of Light and Dark Lou. It lets you, another card that lets you search the Blaster Blade in Superior Call, other than Flogel. So you get to play 2 of this. It's good at 2. You don't really need to play more than that. Next, grade 2s. Now the grade 2s are probably the best part in the deck. This is what your main backbone is. So this guy is gonna start that whole stupid combos. Favorite pupil of Light Dark Blue. Skill is very simple. When he's boosted by either Floral Paladin Flogel, which is the crit, or Blaster Friend Barkle, which is your grade 1, he gains plus 3k. So if he's boosted by Flogel, which is a 4k on its own, it's still a 16k line. So you're still hitting the Vanguard numbers when they're 11k. And if he's boosted by Barkle, it's a 19k line, so if your opponent's still at grade 1 or grade 2, you're forcing 15k shield from hand. So it's really good with that, just a high attack pressure. Also, its other skill, which is the more important one, is Counterblast 1. When this, at the end of the battle, this unit attacks the Vanguard, put him into the Soul, Superior Call Blaster Blade from the deck, or any grade 2 with Blaster in its name, and it gets plus 3k power. So the reason we play that is because we play 4 of the best guy in the deck, Blaster Blade. Now, we don't use it for its on-call ability. You can, but I won't bore you with that aspect of it. It's pretty much because we're going to Superior Call it with blue, and then Flogel's going to restand it. So we're going to get multiple attacks in a turn, anywhere from 4 to 6 attacks per turn. Once you stride, and you get your other attacks, and you get your other Knight of Twin Sword skills going on, and everything here. Next, that helps us. The next card helps us with the draw engine in the deck. It's 4 Sage of Salvation Benon. Sage of Salvation Benon skill is pretty simple. When this unit is placed on rear guard, Counterblast 1. Superior Call a card from your deck that has 6k power. In the same column behind it, shuffle your deck. So you're going to Superior Call the Richard or the Miron behind it. You can Superior Call the Brave PG. Sorry about it being loud. We've got some games going on. You can Superior Call the Brave PG behind it, or the Miron and Richard. Let you Soul Blast 1, draw a card. So for Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, you're Superior Call a unit and adding a card to hand. So it can plus you from one or 2. If you Superior Call the Benon, it's going to give you a plus 2. If you call from hand, it's a plus 1. So either way, you're going really good with this. And even though it's an AK, Regale helps you fix those numbers. So it's really not a big deal. And then, of course, we play the 2 Knight of Twin Sword. Now, some people will argue about playing this card in the deck. A lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. I don't know why they don't, because this is the card that lets me get 6 attacks in one turn at really big numbers. Because all it does is simple as Counterblast 1 when this unit attacks the Vanguard and it's boosted. Superior Call grade 2 from deck that's not named Knight of Twin Sword. So it's going to let you Superior Call Benon, it can let you Superior Call Blaster Blade, it can let you Superior Call Lu. Any grade 2 in the deck that you want. It's a really strong, really gets multiple attacks out. And that's why our grade 2 lineup is as important as it is. So we play 14 grade 2s. Next on to our grade 3s. We only play 5, so we do play 1 Sanctuary Guard guarantee. Literally just for the name. You don't use it for anything else. I won't bore you with his skill because it's bad. But we literally just play it because it says Sanctuary Guard. And it works for Regale. So if we have to ride into this, it's okay. It's not the worst time because your opponent's probably going to be dead by then anyway. So 1 of him and the main grade 3. The better grade 3. Until January, when Sanctuary Guard ARG comes out. We're looking at Sanctuary Guard Dragon. It has a Limit Break ability, which is continuous, Limit Break 4. This unit gets plus 3k for all your grade 1 or less units on the field, and its on-ride ability of auto choose a Royal Paladin from your hand and discard it. Search your deck for a grade 1 or less from the deck and Superior Call it to the rear guard. That's very important because we actually get to search out a lot of our lower combo pieces. Those can include your Blaster Friend Barkle, your Mirons, your Richards, and of course Floral Paladin Flogel. So you can get your multiple attacks off easier even if you don't have your cards in hand, you didn't draw into them. This can let you fix that very easily, and it's super consistent. It's very easy to pull off. Sometimes you can even draw into your stride fodder with it. So if you go Miron, Soul Blast 1, draw a card. So, and of course, it's Sanctuary Guard Heart that we need for the deck. Now we're going to go on to our G zone. We'll start with the G Guardians first. Simple enough. We do play 2 Holy Dragon Laser Guard Dragon. It's our Fighters Collection G-Guard. It's pretty simple. Skill is when it's G-Guard, put this unit into the Guardian Circle, and then if you have a grade 2 on your field, it gains 5k shield. It becomes a 20k shield. It's an auto ability, so if you were to intercept with the grade 2 on the field and it's the only one you have, it still keeps the 5k because it just registers once it hits Guardian Circle the fact that you have a grade 2. So that's why he's good at 2 of. I play 1 of Vivid Sacred Staff Andragius. He's the one from GB208. He's not too bad. His skill is when it's placed in the Guardian Circle, continuous. If you have 2 or more grade 2 units on your rear guard, this unit gains 10k shield. The only problem with this one is that if you were to intercept with one of your only 2 grade 2 rear guards, he would lose the 10k boost because it's continuous. So you gotta make sure you can't intercept with your grade 2s if you want to get that 10k shield. Other than that, sometimes it does come in clutch because it's not costing you a card from hand like Scryu does. So that's why we play the 1 of this. Then we play the 1 of Scryu and the 1 of Dismal for obvious reasons. This is your plus 10k shield one when you drop a card from hand. And Dismal is going to protect your Blaster Blades, your Lose, from being retired, locked, from being attacked. If you're playing as Kagero, you know, D-Police, Link Joker. It's just your way to protect all your units. So that's why we play that. And that's it for our G-Guards. We play 5 G-Guardians. Next on to our Stride deck. So we play 1 Blazing Sword Fetus. Blazing Sword Fetus is pretty good. He's my Gabblade replacement. Simple as that. His skill is Activate once per turn. Choose a unit in your G zone, turn it face up. When you pay the call and discard a card from your hand, search your deck for grade 2 and Superior Call it. It's pretty simple as that. It lets you guarantee the grade 2 search unlike Gabblade, which is on hit, and for only costing you 1 card from hand that you might not need. I mean, we really only go into them if I brick. If I don't have any grade 2s in my hand, and I didn't go first, I wasn't able to G-Guard to use Ultimile, we use Fetus. That's why I use a cool 1 of in the deck, just lets you call things for free, so... Like I said, you won't really go into them all that much. Next we play 2 Holy Dragon, Saint Blow Dragon. He's still okay for like your control matchups against Link Joker. They're going to lock your stuff and you can't do multiple attacks. You can still go into Saint Blow, hit him with the extra crit, bigger power. We play my 2 of because you really don't need anything more than that. I haven't really used it to begin with, honestly, because everything else is just better. Even when I play against Link Joker, sometimes you have at least 1 open front row rear guard, and Alt Mile can really make that unit bigger. So, 2 of that for the just in case matchup. Next we play 4 Aerial Divine Knight Alt Mile. Aerial Divine Knight Alt Mile's skill is very simple and very good. When you stride him, choose a copy of himself, turn it face up. Continuous, all units in your front row get 3k power. And if you have 2 or more G units face up in your G zone, choose a grade 2 from your deck, Superior Call it, give it plus 5k power, shuffle your deck. So you're able to call out your Lose, your Blaster Blades with power buffered to it. So it actually does make a difference. It can make your 20k plus guard ranges, and it really helps you fix your board if you're going up against a control matchup, let's say against Narukami or Kagero, which is a very common matchup against this deck. So they're going to blow my stuff up. I'm going to bring it back, and with power. So that's why we play 4 of that. And then lastly, we play the main guy of the deck, 4 Holy Dragon, Sanctuary Guard Regale. This card is one of the best strides in the game, in my opinion anyway. It's a first stride, it's a mid-game stride, it's an end-game stride, it's a finisher, it's a starter. It doesn't really matter where you use it, because its simple text is continuous during your turn. For if you have a hard card with Sanctuary Guard in its name, all your units in the front row get plus 3k power for all your grade 1 or less rear guards. So pretty much you are getting to hit big numbers every time you stride into this, because you're going to have at least 3 to 4 grade 1 or less on your board, 3 or more, and it just gives you a 9 to 12 to 15k buffer if you have all grade 1 or 0s. But it's also what lets the Blaster engine hit so hard in this, because when you're attacking 5 to 6 times per turn at 20 plus to 30 plus k lines, your opponent really can't tolerate it, especially if you're rushing them in the beginning of the game. Turn 1 or 2, you can put your opponent to 4 damage very easily. 3 to 4 is usually on average. And if your opponent's getting pushed that hard and they're dropping all their resource, they're not really ready for the Regale turn. No matter what the deck they're playing. Gear Chronicle, Grand Blue, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you see, this deck has a pretty easy out. Control matchups can be a little tough, but the deck does go really well. It's super consistent. It did really good for me the weekend. I went undefeated in Swiss for the 6 rounds we went, and then went to top 8. I played against decks like Great Nature. We played against Link Joker, Gear Chronicle. There was a lot of different decks there, and you know, everyone there, Spike Brothers, they were all really good fighters, but this deck just puts on the pressure so fast, especially because it activates before GB skills. So against GB decks specifically, also this deck's a very, very good counter to that. So sometimes the rush is just too hard, and that's why we play the deck, and that's how we did so good. So I will be going to Florida in December. Hopefully we'll get first place there, be able to win the cash prize, the good. And that is it for my deck profile. So if you liked it, leave a comment. If you want to know how certain combos work, by all means message me. I can explain certain things if you already don't know what the deck does. We'll be making more deck profiles. We'll have card fights. We'll have vlogs on day when we go to tournaments. So, from the established team Guardians of Cray at GSG, Charlotte, North Carolina, remember to stand up, Vanguard.